Good evening. This is the market update for Tuesday, May 21st. And of course, as you recall in the weekend video, I mentioned that given the run we had on options expiration and the trend of 18 straight Tuesdays of an up day, that we would probably see Monday as red and Tuesday as green. And lo and behold, today, very, very nice action. And as an aside, let's check out the Dow daily chart here. We've gone up so much and we're starting to get so high now that we're getting decimal points on the charts here. 15.4K, just to give you an idea of where the markets have moved. I also mentioned regarding the nonsense last week where, we had the market selling off 8 points or 40 points because a couple of the bearish Fed guys came out and continued spewing the same bearish talk that they've been saying for the last 3 years. And I said, watch, we've got a couple of the bullish guys who actually vote talking this week, actually today, and they came out and said things that the market liked. We surged to new all-time highs before we got a little bit of a pullback into the close. Now, tomorrow we have the Fed minutes getting released, so if we have some very nice upside action going into the last hour, be ready for the release of those minutes. Could be used as an excuse to push us up or down. But this continues to be a very stock-specific market, and the market I've said that we have been patiently waiting to actually appear has arrived in a big way. Solar stocks, absolutely unbelievable moves in the solar stocks. 300% moves over the last few days. That speculative mania has started to spread out in a big way. Solar stocks, transportation stocks, stem cell stocks, alternative energy stocks are now starting to pick up. Small oil stocks are starting to get interest. And this is how the mania in small caps and micro cap stocks begins. You're seeing the beginnings of it right now. And you can make some serious profits in a market like this, whether or not the large caps pull back. So very, very nice action today. Looking at the 15-minute chart, you can see we still are in this 3-week, pretty tight bearish rising wedge that's gotten even tighter over the last few days. And that little bit of a pullback that we had in the last 30, 40 minutes of the day actually sets us up for a continuation move to the upside tomorrow. Small caps doing very well, but something to keep an eye on. Oil. Price of oil is at one of those big breakouts on pretty heavy volume. This is a breakout here, 98-ish, but 100. If we do break $100, that's where you really start to see the speculative money flow into the small oil stocks and into some of the other alternative energy stocks. But anyway, let's jump into some stock plays because that's what we're here for. PLUG, Plug Power. They issued some financing news yesterday. Very nice flag setup on the chart. So we had this one on watch for a 26-cent break. And the solars took off last night and after hours. And then the mania continued in the pre-market. And all the alternative energy stocks got a little bit of a bid. This one, we jumped on it when it was under 26 cents, right on the open. Our target is a move to 35 to 40 cents. Closed, got as high as 32 cents. Very strong close on this one, on very nice volume. This one could see one of those big extended moves. And in a market like this, with the mania we are starting to see, this stock could go to the 200-day moving average at 55 cents really, really easily. Now, we found a gem play today, and I don't call a whole lot of stocks a gem plays. HTM, US Geothermal. What these guys do is they use hot water springs to generate electricity. Big whoop. But alternative energy stocks, and every time the solars and the other alternative energy stocks have blown up, HTM's gotten a nice little pop. It's fallen back again. But the key on this stock right now that everyone has missed is last week they posted their first profits ever in the history of the company. They come out, posted profits, cash flow positive, and it wasn't one of those one-time events where, they got some warrant conversion, that kind of nonsense you see in a lot of these stocks that post earnings out of the blue. These guys have fixed whatever issues they had with their power plants, and they turned another geothermal power plant on, and they are projecting 14 million in profits for the year, or EBITDA, with about 3 to 5 million in profits for the rest of the year. Turnaround play, very, very profitable. And I will bring you back to one stock that we played back here earlier in the year when they posted profitable earnings. It was around 35 cents. The stock doubled over the next couple of weeks. I think this is a stock, especially with the mania we are seeing in alternative energy stocks and in micro and small cap stocks. This is a stock that could see a massive move over the next few days. Here is a 2-year chart on the stock, and you can see the stock has been pretty beat down, but we've got a very, very big triangle breakout at 44 cents. A break of 44 cents, and we could easily see a move to 65 to 75 cents. Now, you recall when we initially jumped into WYY back in February, I gave our upside target of 70 cents, and it hit it rather quickly. These guys are in the right sector, right time, with the right momentum in these cheap alternative energy stocks. I think this stock is going to be a very, very nice winner for us over the near term. Love the setup here. We got a golden cross on this one a day or two ago. Chart looks great. It actually closed at 40 cents today, but it trades on the ScamX index. And big pop to 41 cents going into the last 10 minutes of the day. And the last 4 minutes of the day, after all that volume poured in, there were 0 trades. And then, lo and behold, we have a 400 share trade 4 minutes before the close at 38.5 cents, and then no trades for the next 4 minutes going into the close. Does not happen on normally traded stocks like the NASDAQ, but when you come to the ScamX market, this is typical. They wanted to close it below that 39.5, so it wouldn't show up on everyone's radar. Note to you, crookie ScamX specialists, it's on everyone's radar. This stock is going to go and going to go big. Solar stocks, as I mentioned, monster moves. Even STP, let's look at STP right here. STP is bankrupt, and the stock has gone up 300% over the last couple of weeks. Today, it was up 40%, and it's bankrupt. We've got SPIR. This is the last solar stock under $1. It is a low float. All the other solar stocks are trading at market caps similar or equivalent to what they do in revenues. These guys do $17, $18 million in revenues. Their market cap is $5-6 million. If this stock, or when this stock trades to the valuation of its peers, it would be trading at $1.50 to $2. Now, you recall last week we called CSUN. We were actually very early. If you actually look back, all the monster stocks, CSUN, we call this at $1.50. We were 2 days, actually 3 days too soon. Stock doubled. HSOL, we call this one last week down there at $1. Again, a little bit early. Doubled. I could go on and on and on. SPIR. If this one is not trading over $1 tomorrow, I'm going to be very, very surprised. It actually should be trading pushing $2 a share based on what these other stocks are doing. STP is continuing to move. Now, I know the solar stocks have had monster moves, but the laggard stocks, as I've said many, many times over the years, the last couple of stocks to run in a sector when a sector is on fire have gigantic moves, and that is typical. And this is a stock, especially with its low float. What'll probably happen is they'll chase this stock over $1 and be willing to pay for it at $1.50, $2. But at 75 cents, 80 cents, I'm going to wait for some more people to chase before I actually chase. I'm going to wait till it's up 50 or 75% before I jump in. We're in early. We're going to see what happens here over the next day, but I think this one should go boom tomorrow. LEDS. Big pop today, up to $1.90 plus, then they walked it all the way down throughout the day. swiping stops. I believe we're going to see this one retest the $2 level tomorrow. It's actually looking to get a positive MACD cross, and the action on this stock is not untypical. This is typically what happens on this stock, and then the next day it goes big. So let's see what we can get on this one. Chart looks really, really good. Pulled all the way back to support at 165 today, and then they started bouncing it going into the close. See how much of a pop we get on this one tomorrow. SBB, or SZBB, zip, 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 zip. Nice early pop on this one, but again, it trades on the Scamex market. Accumulating this one, 27 cents and under, 34 plus is the target. They're going to gun every single one of these one by one, especially with plug going boom. They're going to be looking at the cheap alternative energy stocks, and there's really only a couple left, and we're sitting in them right now. Last but not least, quick mention on BGMD. We jumped into this one a little bit late, got push on the Twitter, and chart looked great. It actually has been stock that we've been watching really for quite a while. Very nice base on this one over the last couple of months. Big spike, got as high as 192 before the traders took their gains. They pulled it back down, but it ended up bouncing very, very nicely into the close. This one should see a nice little chase over $2 tomorrow. And again, as you can see on this chart, every time it spikes, tends to go to that 220, 230 level. So let's see what this one brings tomorrow. Chart looks really, really good. Is a supportive of a nice move. And one of its peers, VRML, has gained 100% over the last 2 weeks and not pulled back, and actually got strength today on its golden cross. So the sector is doing very, very well. BGMDG should do very well tomorrow. And what we're seeing happening right now, a lot of funds have sat on the sideline over the last 5 months and said, this rally is bullshit. I'm not chasing it. It's going to dip. And they are woefully underperforming the indices. The Dow, S&P up 16%. This is when you really see the small cap and micro cap stock explode, because these funds can come in, get stocks like this, and get 50, 60, 75% gain returns over the course of a few days, playing catch up to their peers and to the overall market benchmark, the average gains it's doing. So we're starting to see that happen right now. Our plays look solid. Time to get the gamble on, guys. The gamble is coming into small caps. Have a great night, and see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Bye.